Hey, what is going on everybody, and welcome to Fantasia, home of the Melodious. My name's Azallea, and today, gonna be bringing you guys another Melodious combo tutorial. So without any further ado, let's just jump right into this. So for this combo, you're only really going to need 3 cards in your opening hand. The 4th card is just going to be any monster, so you can discard it with your Scorpio in order to summon out your Darlingtonia Cobra from your deck. So the first card that we play is a copy of Ostinato, and Ostinato is the king of combos in a Melodious deck, allowing you to go for your Bloom Primo, which allows you to recover resources and go for additional plays. The second card that we play is going to be a copy of Predaplant Orifice Scorpio. Now Scorpio is really important here. You could replace it with Lonefire Blossom as well to just tutor this out from your deck if you didn't open with it, but that is up to you and your ratios in your main deck. But here Scorpio allows you to go for Darlingtonia Cobra, now only putting 2 bodies on the field with 1 card, but it also allows you to go ahead and search Brilliant Fusion, which is really crucial to the plays that we're going to make. And the third card that we play here is going to be Canon, the Melodious Diva. Now you can replace this with almost any other Melodious monster, Aria, Soprano, and Sonata. If you do have Aria or Soprano, you will definitely need to adjust what you send with your Ostinato in order to make sure that you can actually go for your fusion play, right? So you can get that Soprano onto your side of the field. So you do need Soprano in circulation somehow. And then the last card that we play is going to be any monster you can go ahead and discard with your Orifice Scorpio, and that just allows you to go for your, well, combos. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started. First things first, we're going to play this Ostinato from our hand to summon the Bloom Prima, the Melodious Choir, from our deck. And we're going to send a copy of Chopina and a copy of Soprano as my materials. Just Chopina as the Maestra, and then Soprano as the Melodious monster, because I don't have Soprano in circulation. If I had Soprano in my opening hand, I'd probably send something like a Canon to the graveyard. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and normal summon my copy of Predaplant Orifice Scorpio and activate its effect. I'm going to discard the other monster that's in my hand that I've used as fodder, and then I'm going to special summon the Darlingtonia Cobra out from my main deck. Darlingtonia Cobra's effect will activate, and then I can go ahead and search out a copy of Brilliant Fusion. So that's going to definitely help us out later on, giving us an additional normal summon with Seraphonite. Now the next thing we're going to do is activate, well not activate, but summon Reproducus from our extra deck using 2 of my monsters on my side of the field. Now it's very important that you keep one of the Predaplants under one of the extra monster zones. So in this case, I summon Scorpio under the extra monster zone, so Reproducus points right to it, because Reproducus can change the type or attribute of the monster it points to, but you want it to, well, point to something first, right? So that's why you either have to have your Scorpio or your Cobra here. So the next thing we're going to do is activate our Bloom Prima, because she'll send from the field to the graveyard, and we can go ahead and add that Soprano from our graveyard back to our hand. Hey, looky here, we can go for plays. So Reproducus can go ahead and activate now, changing the type of the Scorpio, that's right under it, into a dinosaur. So Reproducus is a Link 2 dinosaur monster, and coupled with the newly changed type of Scorpio, that's also a dinosaur now, we can go for a Link 3 summon, so we can go for our Summon Sorceress. So gonna go ahead and summon Sorceress to our side of the field, not gonna use her effect because we want to keep all of our cards in our hand, and then I can go ahead and activate Brilliant Fusion. So Brilliant Fusion is gonna allow me to go ahead and fusion some of my Gemini Seraphonite, sending the Performance Trick Clown and the Gemini Garnet from my deck to the graveyard. Now this is very crucial because Trick Clown is actually important in this combo. I do need it as a material for a rank 4 summon. So I'm going to go ahead and special summon the Trick Clown out to my field like that, and now my Summon Sorceress, because it's pointing to Seraphonite, I can activate its effect, target the Seraphonite, and special summon any fairy type monster out from my main deck to my side of the field. Now in this case, you can, just depending on what you have in your hand, you can, you know, adjust and summon whatever you need. So in this case, because I already have a Soprano and a Canon in my hand, I'm just going to go ahead and summon a Sonata out, and I'm not going to summon it to my opponent's side of the field, I'm just going to summon it to mine. Now, any Melodious monster will do in this case, and because all we really need is just to have a monster for Canon to use to special summon out using her own effect. Now, it's important to keep in mind if you had a Sonata in your opening hand, you want to make sure that you summon a Canon or an Aria out from your deck because you do want a level 4. and that's just because you want your soprano to be able to go ahead and fuse with your sonata in this case, and then leave 2 level 4s on your side of the field to still go for rank 4 play. Now before we go ahead and link away with our Seraphonite, it's very important that you use this additional normal summon on your soprano, putting it to your side of the field, and now you can just go for any of your link monsters that just point down, that have 2 arrows, bottom left, bottom right. In this case, I'm just going to go for Saryuja, because it is what I have in my extra deck, and then I'm going to go ahead and activate Soprano to fuse into my Shiberta, summoning her right there, and she gains a little attack boost from Saryuja, which is actually kind of nice. And now with my Canon and my Performance Trick Clown, I'm going to go ahead and overlay both of these into a copy of Abyss Dweller. And that pretty much sums it up for this combo. Now, it is definitely important to keep in mind that since you're playing the Invoked variant of this build, if this is a little later in the game and you had like Alistair or something in your graveyard, you could have made Alistair the Invoker of Madness with your Seraphonite and your Summon Sorceress. You could have summoned the Alistair so that when you fusion summoned into your Shiberta, if you had another card in your hand, you could discard it and add a copy of Invocation to your hand, play the Invocation, summon out your monsters, and just go from there. It's a lot of different things that you can do from that point on, and it is definitely very, very effective. So that's pretty much it for this combo, guys, and as always, thank you all so much for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. If you enjoyed it or found it helpful, please leave a like, subscribe for more Yu-Gi-Oh content, and leave a comment down below letting me know what I can do to improve. And until next time, take care.